Hello guys, I want to show you a progress of my overhead project. I'm using for the overhead project of course the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004 as add-on the PMDG 737, and for the output you see in the picture a self-built test board to get the functions working from the overhead that the PMDG uses. The goal is to have a complete built overhead from open cockpits with all the status displayed with LEDs, and this status is also written back to the flight simulator so that when you toggle a switch, the PMDG also toggles the switches in the overhead, and the correct LED will light up or light off. In front of you it's a hand-built test circuit board. You see blue LEDs, red LEDs, and on the top left corner two green LEDs. For short description of the board, the left blue LED mentions the maintenance button from the APU. When you start up, the maintenance button will light up for around 2 seconds in this program now. In the middle of the 3-1 is the APU ready indicator, generator 1 off and on, generator 2 off and on. These two lights are combined with the spare valve closed light and the engine valve closed light from the overhead of PMDG. This one is the ground power available, engine 1 low pressure, engine 2 low pressure. Right round door full open, left round door full open, left anti-ice and wing anti-ice. The right anti-ice is not mentioned in the test board because it's the same function as the left anti-ice, of course. And on top left corner you see the green LEDs. They represent now the left window heat. So we need to power up the device. The device is powered from the Open Cockpit's output card, as you see in the background now, and the whole card is powered with a computer power supply of 350 watt to get the 5 volts correct power supply for the card. The card is connected via USB to the computer, and on the computer is running a self-written SIOC program. SIOC is a programming language that you will get from Open Cockpits with the cards. Okay, let's power up the device, enable the battery button in the PMDG, and something will light up. Of course, we will see the generator 1 available, generator 2 available, blue LEDs, and on the top corner the low pressure engine 1, low pressure engine 2. So let's start with the basics feature. When you click a hardware button, it will light up the front left window heat. You can toggle it with lighting up, connection shutting down and lighting up again. It's a toggle of a on-off power switch. The next one will start, it's a mon-off-mon. So the APU maintenance light will show up for around 2 seconds, and after 4 seconds the light APU available will go on. This is a little bit different only for testing. It's 2 and 4 seconds, and in reality it would be about 1 minute. So I push down the button, the 2 seconds blue LED goes on, and after 4 seconds the generator APU will go on. Also, if I disable the APU again, of course the generator, the LED will be disabled. So let's start up again. So we have all lighted up. In the next sample I will show you the wing anti-ice. It's a blue one to enable, and this is the same technique as the green LEDs. The next one is the left anti-ice. You enable it, it shows up, and if you have figured out in PMDG when you disable it, it takes a couple of seconds to also dim the LED in the overhead down. So when I disable it again, button is pressed, after 2 seconds the LED will go off. So now we start with the ground power available. If the parking brake is set, we are on the ground and no engine is running. We also have the ground power available. If I release the parking brake, of course the LED will go off. When I now start the engines, two things will happen. The engine is up and running. You will see the low pressure go off and the ram full door open will go on. So now we have an idle mode. That means power fuel switches are to off. The two LEDs are lighting up. I enable the fuel, so they will go off. Engine number 1 is spooling up. It takes the time that the PMDG will spool up. And take a short notice of this LED and this LED. That means when this go off, this LED will go on if the engine is running. So we have the engine running. We have no more low pressure on this one, and the ram door full open light will go on. If I now enable the generator 1, what will happen in PMDG, this light on the overhead will go off, so I took over the source and programmed it into SIOC. Generator 1 is on and it's disabled. For the same when generator 1 is off, it will go on, and in the same way it will shut automatically down the APU generator and way around. If I now start the engine number 2, it's the same thing. Red LED for low pressure will go off, ram door full open will go to on. Again, it takes a time. Engine number 2 is running, low pressure off, APU, the ram door is set to on. Same thing here for the generator. I enable the generator in PMDG and the light goes off. Yeah, that's a short demonstration of the overhead and a couple of things to do. Yeah, a nice feature I've already built in with help of guys from the website mycockpit.org. When the aircraft is in the air and no flaps are set, the ram doors will be closed, so the two LEDs will go off. But if a flap is set to a minimum of stage 1, it will go on again. If the flap is off, it will go off. So we'll show you this and use the slew mode in the flight simulator now to go up. Let's see, we are up, LEDs off, we are back on the ground, LEDs on. We are up and flying forward, no flaps are set, I set the flaps, the light goes on. I retract the flaps, light goes off. Okay, that was only the warning. So we are going now back to the ground, we are now on the ground. And again, engines are running, parking brake is set, no ground power is available. I kill the engines now, take off the fuel, generate correction, the ram door will close and the low pressure engine will go on after a couple of seconds when it's below a programmed value. So we have to switch now. And in a couple of seconds also the ground power will come to on when the engine is full to stop. Takes some time. Ground power is available. If I disable the parking brake, ground power will go off. Now we can switch off the NTIs. The one is also already switched off, and also the wings. And in the last sequence I can shut down the battery and all lights will go off. You see I'm on the right way to get the whole PMDG overhead coupled with a really hardware overhead to get it working. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the 10 minutes of talking and watching. and I will put some videos up to YouTube again when the next big processes are made.